Well, once again, Elon Musk has helped Tesla owners and some Tesla employees to escape a natural disaster areas here in California with all the wildfires. And he also told his employees that if they're assisting with it, they don't have to worry about money. As far as it was a little vague, I have to say, but nevertheless, the technology of the over-the-air updates and live updates to Tesla fleet, and just overall, I think awareness of Elon Musk of wanting to help, especially with something that he believes and many people believe is a direct a link to climate change. I'm going to tell you what happened and what I myself did a couple of days ago, and encourage you guys to do it. I'm going to do it today as well to help some of the victims and displaced families of there had two fires in California. All of this is coming up next. Taking over the world. You like to find the world. Welcome to your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. This is what we see on our news networks and channels here locally. This is Cron 4 out of San Francisco. Actually, one of my more favorite personally channels here in Northern California, but we see this a lot. And yeah, we have two fires, major fires in Southern California and in Northern California, where I'm closer to. And I mean, this is considered to be the worst fire in California history. Specifically, there's a town called Paradise, completely wiped out, like the entire city. We have here and in a lot of places in Southern California, people, the hotels are completely full of displaced families. And it is great that in this, and like it's real, I'll tell you, I'll tell you how close I am into to some of those fires and what we see and smell here. But this is about Elon doing something good, and he sent out a tweet on 3 days ago, basically saying that he wants to make sure that Tesla is helping the California wildfire, assisting with it, and obviously there are some families who needed to be moved. Now he reminded everybody that the Model S and the Model X, they and I believe it's Model X only, but oh no, yeah, both of them actually. It's right there in the tweet. I didn't get enough sleep today, right? So they have the great HEPA filters, and this is actually very important. The smoke here is just suffocating. If you're out on the street, it's just crawls all over inside of your lungs within seconds. I'm a pretty good physical shape. I play soccer and hockey, relatively young, I guess, but there are people with asthma, there are people who are elderly, and this is a problem. So if they have to be in that area, if they have to maybe flee that area, riding in the cars that really can filter out about 99% of that is pretty cool. Now, a lot of people thought, well, this is just a gimmick, these filters are really unnecessary. Yeah, most of the time they are, except for when you really need them in this case when you're helping and assisting people to escape fire. I mean, I know there are a few people who died, mainly elderly people and some children, and this is pretty real. So let me tell you how you guys can help, and if you have a Tesla, and how I helped a couple of days ago, and I'm gonna do that again. Before that, let me just pay my bills really quick and let you know that the show and this channel is sponsored by Evacuation, the aftermarket accessories for Teslas. There is a discount code in the description of this video, so go ahead and grab that so you can go ahead and save yourselves a few bucks. I just literally taped a video a few days ago at the local supercharger with one of the Model 3 owners. We're just going to give you guys a review of some of the Christmas gifts that you can buy at Evanex for yourself, for your significant other, or whoever is in your life owns a Model 3. And by the way, so while I was doing that at the supercharger, somebody walked up to me, and I guess his name is Michael. Here's a little selfie that we took, and he said he was watching the show, and we had a really good conversation. But check out the smoke on the back. Look at that. Now, this is like, mind you, like not even 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is how thick, like you can literally, like, as you can see, the lights went on. See the lights on the background there? Those lights were on because, the sensors, I guess, thought that it was already night. So this is how insane it is. Now, I'll tell you, I'm about 2 hours away. So here's the on this map, that's where the paradise is, and Sacramento is where I live, right? So it's about 2 hours away, and nevertheless, I'm telling you guys, they just look, right? This is insane, and again, breathing is actually hard for some people. I had somebody visit me over the weekend from the Bay Area, and I know there is, you can smell it in the Bay Area a little bit, but as she was approaching like Sacramento, she was like, oh my god, it's much harder to breathe now, like this is insane, I can see it in the air, and really it really is. So kudos to Elon Musk. And by the way, there's another thing that he did. Basically, the cars who have a limit, a software limit on the range in the area, that's been unlocked, just like they did with Florida hurricanes. And on top of that, the supercharging is free if you are in that area. So the cars that are part of that fleet in those areas in Southern California and here in Northern California around the Paradise, California area, that's the people got an updates and saying, hey, listen, you can supercharge for free. And I thought that was really, really cool. Now, here's what I did over the weekend, and I'm gonna suggest that you guys do the same. Or I know some of you actually directly PayPal me the money so I can do it on your behalf. I walked in into one of the hotels, and I asked, hey, do you have any victims or misplaced families from the wildfire? And they're like, yeah, the entire hotel is. And it looks like most of the hotels around here are hosting, displaced families. A lot of people who, are on, trying to travel on business. A lot of them, they forfeited their rooms to allow those families to stay. So what I did, I just walked in to a hotel and paid for, a night for one of the displaced families. Here's my receipt. As you can see, this person looks like from actually Paradise, California. And one of the reasons I'm actually telling you this, guys, is because you can do this as well. I already have about 2 or 3 other people who have want me to do it on their behalf. I'm going to do it one more time. Now, one thing before you do that, and by the way, you can call in, and again, I would be happy to do it on your behalf, but make sure that you pick a family that really needs it, because a lot of people do have fire insurance and they have some savings, so therefore essentially you will be paying to the insurance company and making it easier for them to pay less money. You want to pick a family, and sometimes it's a bit tough. You want to talk to somebody in the receptionist who's been checking people in and maybe knows their stories. Somebody who doesn't have insurance, somebody who really did lose their home or has to evacuate because they're close by. So this is something that can really help them. So be careful. Don't accidentally help the insurance company. You want to definitely help the family. Speaking of help, thank you so much to those who helped me to stay the full-time unbiased YouTuber. And I'm going to do a few shout outs to you guys. The first new Patreon is Orc. Just Orc. Thank you so much, Orc, for joining me in my Patreon community, supporting my channel. Of course, you guys get your own perks. You're the first ones to see my shows because I do it live for you, and I have an extra segment. Of course, better access and so forth. So thank you so much. Second one is Donald Moe. Thank you so much, Donald, for contributing as well and becoming a part of that community. And last but not least is Rob Yale. Thank you so much, Rob. If you guys want to join Patreon, my Patreon community, it's patreon.com/E4Electric, the name of the show, that I somehow can pronounce. And I know there are a bunch of you guys are still joined recently. I'm just trying to do no more than 3 per day, so I will get to you, I promise. Thank you so much. And if you want to watch me live on YouTube, which I now do once a week, just did one last night. It's a subscriber hangout where we just talk about, the news of the week, about whatever it is that you want to know about me, back and forth. It's includes a live chat, and I pretty much I stay on until I answer all of the questions or comments, so it's usually a lot of fun. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section if you helped the family or somehow you are part of the displaced family community, and what it is that we can do for you guys. Let me know in the comment section, and the rest of you, please do read that and try to help. This is a real thing here, so I really, really appreciate it if you can help our California community here. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.